Okay, hello and welcome everyone, I'm duckyobrien, and today I'll be covering Labyrinthatory, developed and published by Unimposing Walrus. It was released on PC on October 30th, 2023 with an MSRP of $14.99. As always, the exact release date and pricing may vary from region to region and platform to platform. Alright, let's get started. I'm gonna turn off the music. The music's okay, but I really don't like it when the loop of the music is very short or the music is too hyperactive. I always say this, but I think music should be on to underscore key moments, or it should be used as part of the mechanic, maybe as like a hint that something's gonna happen. But it shouldn't always be on because it's grating. Like, why would I want to listen to someone else's music, just like one song or a very narrow selection of songs over and over again, when I can play my own? So I noticed that indie game developers are afraid to let their game kind of sit in silence. Alright. Also, it's funny, for YouTube videos, you're not supposed to say hello guys or whatever and introduce yourself. I don't care. I'm making this so I can cover games, and I'm gonna do it however I feel like doing it. Okay, I'll start a new game. Okay. So that art looks kind of janky, but the bit art looks okay. Like this, pixel art always looks fine. Why? Because you can't really do a lot with it unless you're going like super HD, you know, with like hundreds of frames per animation. Do you know the secret to man's greatest need? Come to a ferment forest to discover the truth. Okay, let's just skip that. There's not a lot there, but see, that looks cute. That's fine. I was saying, like, if like for I don't know, just my personal thoughts here. Like, this kind of looks it looks okay, but I feel like if they just left it with the bit art pixels, I mean the portraits, the pixel art portraits, it would have been I think it would have been looked a little bit cleaner there. Also, another thing, voice acting is super expensive, so a lot of people they use crappy voice acting, like they'll do it themselves or they'll ask someone they know to do it. But if it's terrible, I'd rather just not have voice acting and just have random sound effects like this. Now, the sound effect they're using is a little too much because the frequency of it is a little too high, so I would have something a little bit more chill so that it's not overwhelming, you know? The basis of this game is that it's a puzzle game, and I think it's pretty well done for an indie game. I understand that there's a lot of work done, so you can click on stuff. Okay. Trees. Every line of dialogue they had to write, unless they used ChatGPT or AI to kind of generate that. But yeah. There's a couple criticisms. I wouldn't say it's a complaint, but more like a way to improve the game, the flow of the game. I think it's pig. Because the sign says PIG. But essentially you need to collect batteries by doing puzzles, and then you can use the battery to move on to the next level. The log has the password. What lock? That one said never turn your back on your problems, so I just, did what it told me to do. Okay. That's my name, is my password. Okay. I need a pink key. Where's the pink key? Oh. Oh, it was just here. Okay. It's been a while since I played the game, so I don't remember all the answers to the puzzles. I only played a little bit of it. I think I made it worse. I think there is a way to drop it for all of them, and I took notes on like how the buttons work, and then my brain doesn't really function for those puzzles. I have to use pen and paper and write everything down. But it was me, Dio. So there's a lot of memes in this game as well. Okay. Yeah, see, I know the silence might be awkward for some people, but I prefer this over music that I think is kind of grating or like too repetitive. Playing over and over and over again, I'd rather have this. Oh yeah, I don't like this menu as well. It's more inefficient. I'd rather just have a text menu. Like, it's cool in concept, but like it takes more time to interact with this, and I'm all about efficiency. I'll reach my criticism soon because you'll see it coming up. Okay, I think. Hope you have an amazing stay. What a corny joke. I love the puns. To the left is my to my left is a clergyman. To my right is a giant tower. In front of me, there's a lowly peasant. Behind me, there's nothing. What am I? Oh, you're a knight. It's chess. I have 3 eyes all in a row. When the red one is opened, no one can go. What am I? A traffic light. Talking scarecrow, begone, witch! Goes against my usual grain. I love the writing. Oh man. Okay. They're playing Hangman. Okay, wait, is it corn? Cosplay contest? I'm not the best at these games. What could that word be? Computer? Computer software? Okay, so here's my criticism. I think this is great because I like puzzle games. But it's like puzzles you've already seen before, and I get it because it's easier to code and design. And for a game like this, it's gonna be very difficult because the way they're approaching it is they want each level to contain multiple different puzzles, and you're gonna run out of puzzles or puzzle types at that point. But like having played a decent amount of puzzle games, the ones that stick out, there's usually like a main mechanic, and then they build off of that mechanic, and then they introduce new ones, as opposed to having a collection of like just completely separated and isolated puzzles, like mini games that have no connection whatsoever to each other. So one of my favorite puzzle games of all time is Filament. Filament is brilliant, and it's a puzzle game that I really haven't played before, at least in my opinion. There's a lot of puzzle games coming out that are also top notch. I haven't played these, but like Cocoon, I heard great things about. Talos Principle 2, and like Viewfinder, you know. One of my personal favorites is shoot, I forgot the name of the game. I'm getting old. Superliminal? Yeah, Superliminal. So all these games have a common theme where it's like, not all of them, but like the ones that I enjoy, there's like a common mechanic, and then you're using that mechanic, and it slowly ups the ante in difficulty. So for a game like this, one thing I would probably recommend is to have some sort of either a thematic connection between all the puzzles. Like Hangman is just Hangman. Like, why is this in a corn maze? You know, unless the Hangman puzzles are gonna be related to corn, right? I had riddles before that, and they're all disjointed, and so it's fine enough. But like for a puzzle game to kind of be noticed and kind of stand above the other puzzle games, and you kind of need to have like a mechanic that is really fun to play with. Unique is very hard to do nowadays. It's very hard to come up with something unique because it's all been done. But you know, like there's something there. What is that? Aliens. But yeah, I'm not putting the game down, alright? I think they did a great job. It's very hard to make a game, period. They finished it, and there's a lot of work put in here, obviously. All the different games are work, all the lines of dialogue are work, and the dialogue is pretty good. I mean, not in terms of like there being a flow to it, but in terms of like it being funny, you know, having a lot of referential humor, just very wholesome, cheeky dialogue. Um, but the reason I'm saying this is because, you know, when you're making a game from the developer standpoint, it's like, oh, I put so much effort into it. This is my baby. That's not gonna sell the game, because from the consumer standpoint, it's like they have to have a reason to pick this specific thing over everything else they could be doing, and you're essentially fighting for their attention. So, you know, like if there's a better puzzle game, why would they play this game over that one? Like, why would I play this game over Filament? I personally wouldn't. Or you might be watching a TV show, movie, reading comics, watching anime, going outside and planting plants. You know, you might take care of a garden. We all have different interests, right? So, you know, that's kind of the hard part, because you have to provide a reason for them to do what you're, or consume what you're selling, or whatever you're putting out. I don't think I played this. It's just tic-tac-toe, right? Oh, what? Match the Halloween costume to the family member who wore it. How do you know? Dad's costume had a hat, while the vampire did not. Oh! His dad's not a vampire. A magician and pirate. Magician thought her costume was better than her brother's costume. So magician is sister. unless unless the parents are siblings. I don't think that is the case. Okay. The mom had to help one of her kids repair the cat costume. Alright. I remember doing this in elementary school and loving the crap out of it. Okay. Let's try it on hard. Match the superhero. Okay. Neither of the superheroes working with Klondike and Zap Boy have super strength. So Klondike. What? How does this work? Okay. Tough fellow watched the invisible superhero fight Thunder Woman. The tough fellow watched the invisible superhero. It's Thunder Woman and Tough Fellow do not have invisibility. The superhero turns invisible, which isn't Dr. Punchfist. Works with Miss Maple, so Captain Pittsburgh. Okay. Tough Fellow is neither fast nor strong, and he does not work with Zap Boy. Thunder Woman and the flying superhero do not like the beef. Okay. Thunder Woman. Okay, neither of the superheroes working with Klondike and Zap Boy have super strength. That doesn't really help me right now. Tough Fellow watched the invisible superhero Fight Thunder Woman. Okay. The superhero who turns invisible, which isn't Dr. Punch Fist, works with Miss Maple. Tough Fellow is neither fast nor strong, and he does not work with Zap Boy. Light. Thunder Woman and the flying superhero does not like the beef. Oh, Tough Fellow. Okay. So whoever works with Klondike doesn't have super strength, and Zap Boy doesn't have super strength. Okay. Yeah, I did a lot of these on elementary school. It was fun. Still one more, and then we'll call it quits. The Whip, which is not bronze, or Gwyndelfil, does lightning damage. The bronze weapon does fire damage. Mr. Stabby is a gold stabbing weapon. It can't be a whip or an axe. While Silverbite and Gwyndelfil don't stab. Okay. Silverbite is silver. Makes sense. Oh. Silverbite is silver. While the sword is platinum. Neither does fabulous damage. No fabulous damage, alright. The whip, which is not bronze or Gwyndelfil, does lightning damage. Okay. The bronze weapon does fire damage. Okay. Mr. Stabby is a gold stabbing weapon, while Silverbite and Gwyndelfil don't stab. You can stab with a sword, right? The sword is platinum. What if we just say Mr. Stabby is a gold stabbing weapon? The sword is platinum. The bronze weapon does fire damage. Okay. I assume that the sword could be a stabby weapon. Like, you can stab with the sword, right? So that kind of could have been written a little bit better, I feel like. Anyways, we did it. Okay. So yeah, that should give you guys an idea what the game is like. You know, as always, I don't mean to put the game down. It's just a little, at least from my perspective, maybe other people will enjoy the crap out of the game, but for a puzzle game, for me, what I'm looking for is like a central mechanic that kind of unifies the whole game. and I like to see it, slowly evolve and then add in new mechanics on top of it, as opposed to it just being isolated puzzles that don't really seem to have at least even a thematic flow, like the logic problems. It would have been great if it was related to corn because we're in a maze, the fall, whatever. Like, there's no thematic tying to the puzzles, and there's certainly no mechanical tying in to all these puzzles. So that said, people might enjoy it. The game is Labyrinthatory. What a mouthful. Developed and published by Unimposing Walrus. It's out now for $15 US, $14.99. That's gonna be it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna interject with some of my criticisms every once in a while, because usually I try to keep that out of my previews, but now I'm at a point where it's just like I just gotta do whatever keeps me sane, right? Alright, that's gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed watching this, and as always, hope you guys are staying safe and sane out there, and I'll catch you guys next time.